Hey everybody, welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. And today we're going to continue with The World I Used to Know by Jojoes Art. Round 22 by 28 inches, 56 centimeters by 71, and 44 colors with 2 ABs. Alright, so how's everybody doing today? Just decided to slide in some time for filming here, so almost done this bottom section, then I'll like break open up here and then just continue serpentine them up. Alright, and we'll continue with these getting to know ya tag questions as well. So yeah, hope everybody's doing good. Alright, so question 61. I think we'll go up to 75. Yep, sounds good, I think. What's your favorite piece of clothing you own or owned? I'd say I love wearing hoodies, so I have a couple Legend of Zelda hoodies. One's green and then one's black. I like the black Legend of Zelda hoodie. It has the Breath of the Wild logo on it, so, or the Master Sword from Breath of the Wild on it. So, yeah, I love hoodies. What is the most annoying habit that other people have? I'd say loud chewing in the lunchroom at work. People just had that really loud. It's like so annoying, and like talking while they're eating. It's so annoying. It's more like a pet peeve, but it's just everybody's on their cell phone in the break room at lunchtime at work, and it's just so annoying. Okay, 63. What game or movie universe would you most like to live in? This sounds familiar to a question I answered on another one, but I'll just answer it here. No problem. Game or movie universe? I'd say the Super Mario Galaxy universe. Yeah, I do love Super Mario games. Some of the worlds really do seem beautiful. Yeah, and being able to do the abilities that Mario does, like that spin attack or whatever, and just doing anti-gravity stuff, that'd be pretty cool. And there's also some Tales games. It's an RPG. The worlds in those Tales of series are pretty beautiful, so those would be quite the universes to live in as well. 64. What is the most impressive thing you know how to do? I know how to caustic boil out 2 fryers at work, and nobody else wants to learn how to do it, so I don't think that's necessarily impressive, but it's something I know how to do and I learned how to do. 65. Oops. Pull my plastic up a bit here. Okay, I'll set it over here. What is the best book or series that you've ever read? I'd say as a whole series, Harry Potter wasn't bad. Uh, yeah, Harry Potter is safe to say. Yeah, that's what comes to mind. Hatchet was pretty good by Gary Paulson. I mentioned that in another WIP in chat, I believe. Uh, what question would you most like the answer to? This question seems familiar too. Uh, hmm. I'll just say, did Atlantis really exist? Or are there more lost civilizations that were lost to like a natural disaster or something? Like Pompeii, I believe, was a volcanic ending. Atlantis had a, I guess it sunk into the ocean or something. Yeah, are there more lost civilizations lost or buried through time? What are you interested in that most people haven't heard of? Uh, I don't know. Before I did diamond painting, I did pixel art, which is very similar. Uh, and diamond painting, when I talk to people about it at work or whatever, they're like, "What's that?" So yeah, diamond painting or pixel art are two. Yeah, I feel like I answered that already, but 68. Why did you decide to do the work you're doing now? Uh, I basically took the position of sanitation to cover or to take over, take somebody else's place because they were having health issues and they couldn't work the hours, the evening hours, because it was screwing up their health. So it was kind of, I had a chance to change jobs or change positions and I just took over. Yeah, just took somebody else's place. Uh, 69. What state or country do you never want to go back to? I've never traveled, so I don't have a passport, so that doesn't apply to me. Yeah, we'll go up to 75. Okay, I'll mark that right now. Yeah, just mark it here. Where do you usually go when you have time off? Uh, I'm usually a homebody. I don't really travel. In the summer, if I do have a half decent amount of time off, I go to Grand Bend, which is very rare for me. But I know how to go to Grand Bend, so it's a great lake, and yeah, it gets really crowded in the summer though. But mostly I stay at home. It's like I have time off. Plastic's covering enough. Okay. I don't want paper stuck to this canvas. 71. What are you most looking forward to in the next 10 years? Uh, Possibly being out of debt or way less debt, a new car, and just a nice simple place of my own, probably. What is the most annoying question people ask you regularly? Uh, Basically at work, like, what are you doing? Or, where's this person? It's like nobody wants to look around for people. And at home, I'm like, what are you doing? Can you do this? When I'm like in the middle of stuff. 73. If you suddenly became a master at woodworking, what would you make? Uh, Possibly furniture, cabinets, desks, chairs. Yeah, bookshelves. Yeah, furniture for like my own place. I wouldn't have to buy any or any flat pack. I just make it, I guess. What could you give a 40-minute presentation on with no preparation? I guess being how to be kind to one another and pay it forward and how it would make a difference in somebody's life, even if it was just like a chance meeting or one meeting with somebody. Like how to be kind and ways to be help other people, I suppose. Yeah, 40-minute presentation. Yeah, I guess so. I'll go with that. How to be kind to one another or help somebody live a more positive life with a better outlook and all that. Sure. Don't know how I'd go about it, but we'll just stick with that. Okay. 75. Yeah, that's the last one I'll do. Uh, what amazing thing did you do that no one was around to see? Uh, I don't know, put a fryer back together all by myself. I don't know. Amazing thing that I did. Oh, I put my car into a ditch once and on a side road because they closed the main street in town here for like the annual Christmas parade or something. It was when I was living in town before 1 year with a roommate, which was just yeah, that was just not a good year. Uh, anyway, there was a parade on the main street in town, and to get to the apartment that I was with my roommate, I had to go down Main Street or whatever, or side street, and those streets that I needed to get onto were shut down, so or closed for this stupid parade. So I took a corner too fast on a side road and just slid off the road and went into a shallow ditch and hit a some sort of gas line indicator. It was just like a metal rod or something. I think that was one of the times that I just wrecked my engine shield cover under my car. It's just plastic, but it's one of the things I did got some slight frame damage, but my car wasn't terribly damaged. I didn't report it or anything because it was just so minimal. But basically, I put my car in reverse and I just pushed the car out of the ditch myself. Like there were cars passing on the highway, like adjacent to the side road, but if the need arose, I could push this my Honda Fit out of a ditch. Good thing I had a shovel that time too, a snow shovel in my car. Yeah, if you're anywhere during the winter and you get stuck, or somebody else gets stuck, it's always good to have a snow shovel in your car somewhere, even if it's like a retractable one or something, or a telescoping one with a telescoping handle. It's just good to have those emergency devices or emergency kit in the back of your car if you're in a winter climate. I guess if you're in a warm climate, like probably some booster cables and safety rope or blankets or flares or something. Yeah, it's always good just to have a safety kit there. Okay, I think that was 15. Sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that was. Okay, so next time I'll continue with do 15 more. I have to rate some more. Probably. Yeah, I only wrote up to 84, and it's like 200, so I had to go on that website again and write some more up. But yeah, let's do 15 at a time. Let's keep going until we get to 200. Yeah, conversationstartersworld.com. I'll write the website down in the description below, which I have, because I've done a couple. I've probably done like 2 other getting to know you tag questions. I have to look up those would you rather questions too, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Think about it. It's all good. So, I hope everybody's still staying safe and all that. Hope everybody's healthy. I guess the education minister here in Ontario is going to report whether students can go back to in-person learning today. I'm not sure when that's going to happen exactly, but yeah, I just don't think it's the right time. Case numbers are going down, but there was a technical fluke today, so didn't get accurate report of the results for the COVID testing and all that, and case numbers for the province of Ontario. So yeah, but the case numbers are going down, so we are doing something to stave off the spread of COVID. But yeah, people are still apparently traveling because from out of nowhere, an African strain of this COVID-19 variant is spreading here in Canada. There is one individual who contracted the African variant of the COVID-19 strain, and they hadn't even traveled or have any travel history or any contact history, so somebody brought it over here from traveling recently and is just creating havoc. There's a UK variant. Yeah, UK, South Africa, and I think there's like another variant as well. Like 2 or 3 besides the ones that started it all. The one from China or whatever that started it all. A virus will naturally mutate to survive. It'll adapt. It's got to have a host, and it can probably change its genetic properties in order to reproduce and spread. But it's mostly human contact, like in proximity, like the less than 6 foot apart or 2 meters. Yeah. if we just all stay home and stay away from each other, wear masks, and just kind of have a good hygiene, we'll be fine. It will stave off the spread, but I don't know. You gotta take commercial flights and stuff out of the sky. Like, you gotta start traveling around. I know some people have to travel for business, but in this day and age, we have the technology to be able to talk to somebody all around the world just by turning on a computer, tablet, or phone or something. Should be able to telecommute to do important meetings. I guess it seems more professional to do it like face to face, but with like a global pandemic, it's just unethical at this point. Like, conduct business, of course, but just not in the face to face capacity. Like, you can even digitally sign forms and paperwork that you need to process on tablet. I've seen it at the bank when I was there the other day to talk to a financial advisor, and I basically put my signature on like a debit machine that they had set up in the office there. And my signature was basically pasted onto a document verifying what I talked about with my financial advisor. So it's possible to do business in a telecommute kind of way, remotely. Oh, what can you do? Unfortunately. Anyway, yeah, I have a few more ABs over here. I'm just trying to finish the 310 down here. I usually like doing the 310 close to last. If it's a Mandy Manzano canvas, I'll do the 310 first. I'll outline first and then fill in the color, because, yeah. Her canvases are well known for the stained glass kind of effect. Yeah, I think it's me. Yeah, because I did the Snow Queen canvas before I started YouTube here, like last year. As I started YouTube, or I started diamond painting rather near the end of last March. So I was kind of the pandemic starters for diamond painting, like the pandemic hobbyist. So yeah, which I'm sure like thousands of other people embraced it when they knew they were going to be locked down, the first initial lockdown here in Canada and then around the world in various countries. Yeah, so I have only merely probably touched the tip of the iceberg of diamond painting so far. I do know of other diamond painting companies, but I'm not really doing a deep dive right now because I already have a lot of canvases, as you've seen in my Diamond Art Club stash video. That's the only stash video I'm probably going to do, because I do have Dreamer's Designs, pretty neat creative canvas, and a Craftably canvas, but and a lot of paint with diamonds, unfortunately. But hey, I was just getting into it, and the images looked superb, so I didn't know about the copyright stuff before, so I have a whole lot of paint with diamond canvases. And then some that I just bought off of Facebook groups, D-stash groups, that I don't know what They probably came off of Amazon or something, but I just bought them off of a Facebook group member or two. Yeah, just through Facebook. So I haven't bought any paintings off of Amazon or anything. So any diamond art off of Amazon. I have like a couple large banner type pictures from other diamond painting companies that, yeah, other lesser known companies that aren't as common. I have a koi fish one definitely. It's probably ecoolbuy or something .com or something. I don't know. I just kind of went on a spree last year for canvases. Yeah. After this canvas, it's gonna be like the chuck along. I have February to complete this canvas. I believe the chuck along's in March. Chuck along 3 is in March. And it's probably, I'm not sure entirely, it's sponsored by Diamond Art Club, I heard. And it's probably just going to be Diamond Art Club Chuck Pinson canvases because of the sponsorship. Chuck Pinson does have a couple licensed Dreamer Designs canvases of his art, but I think it just might be DAC canvases only, but don't spot me on that. I guess they're going over the details of that chuck along. Nothing official's been really released yet, but I think they'll do one this coming March. Oh, excuse me. And then later in the year, they'll do another one. Like winterish again. November, December, maybe. I'll most likely participate in the Chuck Along 3 because I started with a Chuck Along 2 last fall. Fall or early spring, or I forget. Last year is like a blur already. Barely remember what I did yesterday. Every day is just, yeah, it's just a blur most of the time. So yeah, I'm definitely on a no buy for canvases. I can tell you that right now. I can't believe how many Diamond Art Club I didn't even count when I was doing the video. That stash video. I didn't even count. I just had a stack that was basically at my chest, like all the canvases stacked up. 3 wide or something. 2 or 3 wide. Horizontally. Did a nice little tower of Diamond Art Club boxes. Yeah, I leave all my canvases like wrapped up until I actually do them. Because what house doesn't get dusty? I don't want like dust wandering into these canvases and getting onto the adhesive somehow and affecting the adhesive, because then I'd have to like get a replacement for the canvas if the glue gets damaged or dried out or something. So yeah, I just do one canvas at a time. Generally, it's the best way to go in my opinion. I know there are a few people who do various WIPs, more than one, at least a couple. Yeah, that's okay. Like, Yeah, you can get bored with a canvas that you're working on. Yeah, that's normal. Nothing wrong with that. I guess just as long as you have like the storage and the space to have more than one work in progress, hey, that's great. Go for it. Yeah, variety is the spice of life after all, so yeah, nothing wrong with having more than one whip going, but yeah, I just only have so much storage system that I bought from like the dollar store. I think I showed them in like a whip and chat. They're just these little tiny, yeah, plastic containers. Oh, plastic containers with just these hook. Just the lid just connects on like that. And yeah, I just label my colors by the color number. Yeah, because I don't like wrecking the sticker sheet that I just showed you, like at the start of this. I don't like cutting those apart. I don't know. The sticker sheet just looks so nice. I just hate ruining those. Usually just file them away with the extra drills after I'm done a canvas, because I have storage boxes that I also got from the dollar store in town here in St. Mary's. And yeah, I just put the extra drills in there, labeled, get little baggies that are around here, like little tiny Ziploc bags, and then number and label the drills in for the kit that they came from. So yeah, and if any drills fall off of a canvas, I can locate the drill needed to do the replacement. Yeah, because there's only one canvas which I ran out of drills with, and it was like an older kit that a coworker gave to me. She diamond paints as well, but not as much as I do. She is more jigsaw puzzles, but she does more jigsaw puzzles at the moment than diamond paints. But yeah, so I do know like a couple people that have heard of diamond painting, but it's not something you talk about at the water cooler on my place of work. Or people that watch Netflix and all that, they're more interested in watching TV shows and all that. Oh, have you seen this so and so show? And do you have like Amazon Prime? I do, but I'm not gonna sit here with my phone and just watch a movie or like. I'll listen to music for hours. I'll stream music or watch YouTube videos, but or listen to an audiobook or something, but I don't know, there's just way too many TV shows out there. And at this point, yeah, I'm not one who's gonna like sit down and just binge watch something. Like, uh, I'd rather sit here and diamond paint, record a few whipping chats, and yeah, I gotta do stuff with my hands. Like I just can't. I just can't sit in front of a tablet or a TV for long periods of time because I used to be a gamer, and when I was younger, I'd sit down for hours with a controller in my hand and play games for like hours. And yeah, working with your hands after a while, you just end up getting carpal tunnel, or you can hurt your hands. You can get like tendon strain and all that, which I did, and it affected my performance at work. Because yeah, I'm right-handed and I work with my hands constantly at home, like here doing this, and at work holding air guns, water nozzles, brooms, lifting things and moving things around, using pump carts. Yeah. If I ever lost functionality of my hands, yeah, that'd just be devastating, really. It'd be kind of like a pianist, like a piano player. Yeah, it's a piano player on YouTube that Marcus Valtry, I believe. Listen to him every once in a while, watch his videos that he does on Amigo, but whatever. He broke one of his fingers, and he's a piano player, or plays the keyboard or whatever. Yeah, and he still played, but yeah, that's gotta hurt. He was playing basketball or something, and he broke one of his fingers, or pulled it too far, super extended it or something. He broke one of his fingers or strained it. And he had to wear like a kind of cast or brace. I'll say brace. Yeah, that's got to be a lot of pain. Yeah, doing anything to my hands would just be devastating. Like any craft or even like somebody who crochets, that's got to be devastating to have like a tendon damage or tendon strain. Or just any health problem, any health difficulty, not necessarily a problem. I shouldn't say that. Any health difficulties or strains that just prevent you from doing something you love doing. It's not easy. Because, yeah, human nature is you get used to doing something, like you're so used to doing something and depending on something. And then all of a sudden you can't do what you've been doing all along. Yeah, it's devastating. It can be very frustrating. Especially when you're motivated to do something and you have the time to do it as well. But yeah, you gotta take care of yourself in the end. After all, we can't all be perfectly healthy, unfortunately. I don't get sick too often, but yeah, I do get muscle strains, and my hand does act up. The tendons of my hand do act up and get aggravated. So yeah, I just switch hands. Try to be ambidextrous with some of the things I do at work, but it's mostly I'm right-handed, so that's my dominant hand anyway. I don't know. You can be careful and safe at work and still get injured with the best of intentions. It just seems to happen. Like, nothing's 100% guaranteed in life, but you just gotta make the best of it. And come what may, unfortunately. Yeah, that can be a hard pill to swallow sometimes too. Just going with the flow. Yeah, it's just habit or something you get so used to doing. And suddenly you can't. Yeah, I got a spiral tibia fracture like a few years ago. First day back from like Christmas holidays. I slipped on black ice one winter, and just like that, my leg was broken. My tibia. And it was like the worst fracture of that winter. It's like, you did a really good job on this. Did a really good job breaking your tibia here. And it was just slipping, and I tried to regain my balance, but my leg wasn't having it. I tried to get up. Somebody helped me up. I tried walking, and I was like, nope, back down, back down. That was my first ever ambulance ride, too. And first shot of morphine. to kind of ease the pain while I got my cast on. I did end up with a couple casts that year, and I was homeschooled that year too, because the high school that I went to was just basically stairs and wasn't accessible, like disability accessible for like somebody on a wheelchair or crutches. I think there's an elevator at that school now, but when I was there, no, it was stairs. So I just basically got my year by got the rest of that year just by staying at home and getting my homework or coursework delivered via a tutor. Yeah, a teacher that came to my house. Yeah, so I think it was like an above the knee cast for the first one. I think it was 3 casts actually. Yeah, for a few months it was above the knee. And then a few months later, below the knee, I believe. And then a walking cast with crutches. Well, I had crutches the entire time, but yeah. I can walk without crutches for an entire year, so I didn't have to, like, they didn't have to re-break my leg to correct any bone growth deficiencies or incorrect bone growth or anything. So yeah, that would have been mortifying. Oh, that's gotta suck having to just re-break a bone. Or I didn't have to have any screws put in or anything to my leg. Oh gosh, you're never the same after that. Well, you're never the same after you break a bone. Like, one leg might be shorter than the other, usually, if there's a break, or like an arm or a limb, yeah. Any break, you might not have full range of motion. I basically do, just because it was my tibia, I guess. But yeah. That's probably like the worst injury that I've ever had. Another in another couple chemical burn injuries are a close second. Like, yeah, I work with chemicals at work, so like caustics and acids. So there's a droplet or two that does hit the skin, and there are a couple times that I really got burned on the forehead, and I have the scars on my right hand wrist to kind of commemorate that accident. It was kind of a deep burn. Yeah, I won't go showing my scars or anything, but I'll just mention it. Yeah, we all get bumps, bruises, and scars, either emotional, physical, or psychologically, but you can generally grow from those scars, and you'll most likely remember them for the rest of your life, of course, but it's a reminder of where you once were and where you are now, even though it may not be easy or desirable to remember why you got those scars. But no matter what, if you have the perspective of you're here now and what you've had to go through to get to where you are right now is the most important part. And if anything ever troubles you regarding any form of past history or anything does bother you, like, talk to somebody. Yeah, don't keep those feelings in. It's difficult as it is to, like, have to remember or recall those events in your life, or any traumatic events or anything like that, or losing somebody, like any event that kind of changed your outlook or perception, kind of shook your spirit a bit. There's always somebody to talk to, like, or yeah, somebody who can talk to or listen to you. There's help out there. So don't feel like you're trapped in a terrible situation, or if you're trapped in a terrible situation, or you're just having memories that are flashing back. Yeah. If you're uncomfortable with yourself, yeah, talk to somebody. It's always good to get it off your chest and to feel better, to feel good about yourself. Yes, of course, it's not hard to bounce back after a traumatic event, but if you were in a car accident, yes, you're going to be terrified to get back into a car, but it's important to get back into the car, even if you're just a passenger in the car. You ease yourself back into it. Yeah. You can be afraid, like, you'll always probably be afraid or have those feelings of fear or anxiety. But if you talk to somebody and then slowly, if you need help, yeah, you can slowly ease yourself, get your confidence back, and kind of shake off the worry of being in that car or in that at that place. Yeah, you'll always remember something like that, or you might blank out, but something might trigger it again, like PTSD or something. Yeah, I've been in a couple of car accidents, but like car pileups, and I've had a close brush with death in a car accident or two, but yeah, what's important is that you do eventually ease yourself back into that situation. Like when it's safe, like to get back into that car or back onto the bicycle if you like fell off a bicycle, or yeah, if you can. But if you don't want to like do that, that's fine, just as long as you have talked it out and have kind of, I don't know, retrieved or retrieved that confidence. Yeah, gotten some of that confidence back in yourself. Yeah, it's kind of hard to, yeah, just don't live in fear, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying you're going to be like better or not be able to forget any traumatic event or life altering event, but just remember what there's always help out there, and yeah, you'll always you should always feel better about talking to somebody, or just venting in general, or finding a way to cope with any anxiety or pain that you're going through. Yeah. Yeah, just talk to somebody and know that you're like not alone in any struggles that you may have. There's always somebody out there that would be willing to listen. But I can only hope so. Yeah, there's help out there. Yeah. And yeah, that's the first step. Doing anything, acknowledging that you need help. when you're having difficulties with something, and it's the hardest step too. But once you get help, you just work through what you need to, and you will hopefully feel better and have gained a better perspective of the situation as a whole and be stronger because of that. So, yeah, just bear that in mind. Know how I lingered into that conversation, but yeah, it's important to acknowledge. Yeah, and mental health is a big thing these days too. So, well, it always has been. Like, not just COVID has increased people's anxiety and stress or psychological issues. It's always been around, but we gotta, as a society, learn how to drop stigma or labels on people and just be willing to help each other or be a set of ears to just be there for each other. Yeah. It just seems a lot easier than just watching people suffer and being afraid to ask for help. We've just got to be more receptive and understanding of one another and learn from each other instead of just keeping all the fear and anxiety and pain internal, because over time it's detrimental. It's not healthy, and it'll probably make your health worse and all that after a while. Yeah, we all have like some form of mental illness at one point, or just health scares in general, or health problems, but you're still human in the end. You're still human, even though you might not have the ability to do something that somebody else can. You will always have a purpose. You always have a purpose. No matter what age or abilities you have. Like, yeah, we're the human race, so we shouldn't be separated by what somebody can or cannot do. Age or gender. Like, yeah, we just gotta learn to help one another as a human race. It's just, yeah, spending time labeling people and not helping one another or the less fortunate. It's eventually going to drag us all down. Yeah, so it just gotta change our perspective a bit and doing like small things every day to help somebody out that's maybe not having a good day, or in general, or just not having a good period of time in their lives, to just be there to encourage them to make their day a bit better or change their outlook on life to a more with a more positive spin. But yeah, I'm not a mental health advocate, but I know it's like an issue that probably gets shoved to the side with all the other health problems and conflicts or obstacles in life. But yeah, it shouldn't just be Bell Let's Talk Day up here in Canada. It shouldn't just be like one day and then it's like just shifted to the side. Mental illness is more than just a day for somebody. It's every day. It's probably like their whole entire life is like anxiety or worry or depression. or other negative thoughts, or yeah, just like a fear of something, a phobia. Yeah, if everybody knew that there was help out there for them, there would probably be a greater chance that people could change their lives for the better. Bell Let's Talk Day is great. I'm not an advocate or a spokesperson for Bell Let's Talk Day, but it is an annual event through like hashtags and all that to raise money for mental health initiatives. But yeah, it shouldn't just be like about one day and then just, yeah, shift it back under the rug and move on. Yeah. There are issues that humanity has to work together on. And instead of just placing a particular day on the calendar and saying, oh, help people with mental health issues, and then the next day it's like nothing ever really happened. Yeah. It just seems weird, but I'm sure every day out there's awareness for like AIDS and all that. AIDS and other mental health issues. I just haven't seen too much. But Bell Let's Talk Day is one of a natural reflex to recall on my mind for mental health. But I do see Kids Help phone number on milk cartons and all that. But yeah, just some social issues just aren't as prominent as others. But we gotta be an example for the children of today, or the young people of today. The previous generations had to lead a good example, because whatever they inherit from us is probably going to carry on to the future, and the future is pretty dependent on what we do now. So we've got to lead by example, and that's not always easy with understanding what's going on in the world completely. Like, even some of us adults don't understand what's going on in the world. Can't even comprehend it ourselves, so how can we help the youth of tomorrow figure this stuff out? Yet in turn, they might be the ones that do figure some of the stuff out. But yeah, we gotta set like a positive example for the youth of tomorrow. Yeah, we gotta set a positive example now, or else our environment and just overall health as a whole in the future is just might be in a detrimental state. But anyway, I'm gonna kind of tidy this up. I can close to an hour or so. You've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison, and yeah, it's been a pleasure sitting here and doing. I'm almost literally done this section, so got a lot done today. Did some more getting to know you tags, so that's good. But yeah, other than that, take care of yourselves, stay safe, social distance when you can, wear a mask, or if you're not really comfortable with the mask, if you can get somebody else to do errands for you and get you stuff, then go for it. Yeah, if you're not comfortable in the mask, yeah, just don't go outside. Yeah, just don't go out. But wear it when you do go out, for the times that you're around people, of course. Yeah, so yeah, just stay safe, be healthy, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.